as a wrestling team, we are almost neglected as a whole.
It's not a place that we can call home. And that's how we get skin diseases, and then that puts a whole team in jeopardy because you can lose one good wrestler just to a skin disease because we don't have enough showers.
Cutter Radnick, I'm a 10th grader, and I'm team captain of the wrestling team.
As a current wrestler at Bowman County High School, what are some of the issues with our current wrestling room and locker rooms?
Well, I've been wrestling since I was a kindergartner, and I've always had a fun time. But for these past 4 years of high school wrestling, every time there's a girls or boys basketball game, we are not able to use our locker room. That takes away things like that are important to wrestlers, like showering, so we don't get skin diseases, and so we stay clean. And those are greatly important because if we get one skin disease, that could be prevented by a shower 5 minutes after practice. That can end our season if it happens at the wrong time.
Jace Getz, ninth grader, wrestler.
What are your thoughts on the current wrestling facilities and locker rooms?
It kind of sucks that we can't keep our stuff in the locker room. So like when basketball games and stuff, we gotta go in, and we don't know when the basketball games are, so we gotta wait for everybody to get out of the locker rooms and go grab our stuff, and then walk. We gotta walk all the way up to the top of the school just to go to a wrestling room and unrolling and rolling up mats every day. It isn't fun because we got to cut practice short just to roll mats up so we can get out of there.
My name is Mace Stuber, and my relation is I wrestled there for 6 years, and my older brother coaches there, and my younger sister is a staff. Whenever there would be a basketball game, whether it be boys or girls, in most cases we would have to either shower in the football locker rooms over at the bus barn, which during the dead of winter at night, it is very cold and could potentially lead to some kids getting sick, which it did a couple times. And also, or we just couldn't shower at all there. We'd have to wait till we get home. And with wrestling being the number one sport for skin diseases, that posed a health risk for many kids like myself, in which some cases other kids got skin diseases like impetigo or ringworm.
And even the things like when there's a girls basketball game, we almost have to run after school to get to the locker room and get upstairs before the girls come into our locker room. Because that's where we put all of our stuff. It's a locker room. That's what it's for. But it's not useful when we're not able to use it 2 out of every 5 weekdays. And it's not fair. As a wrestler, you need these things almost more than any other sport does. And we get it taken away from us just for one junior high basketball game. And it should not be like that. We're a varsity team.
And we have a shower up there, but it's only 2 shower heads, so you have 20 kids waiting near the shower, and it takes quite a bit. And there's kids who live 30, 40 minutes out of town, and so then some kids will just head home after practicing and might not shower for a while, and that's how we get skin diseases, and that puts a whole team in jeopardy because you can lose one good wrestler just to a skin disease because we don't have enough showers.
My name is Tyler Sen. I am the 712 principal at Bowman County High School.
Okay. What can you tell us about the current wrestling facilities?
Currently, our wrestlers practice in the Roosevelt Gym, which is a elementary gym, and roll the mats out. I can't remember if they do it each night up through Christmas or if they leave them out up to Christmas, and then, yeah, got to work around other classes that are in there during the day.
And also, if we were able to get a better wrestling room, it would make for a safer wrestling environment because as of right now, 2 of the 4 walls in the little gym that they wrestle in do not have pads on them, which can lead to some kids getting, ran into the wall, put into the wall, things like that, which is also unsafe.
Another thing that also is a problem is the size of our wrestling room. Some people may say it's a big wrestling room. That's because how tall it is, like I've already talked about. But when we get our co-op with beach, when they come, we don't have enough room on our mats. We have people wrestling off the mats, people running into each other, it's just another disaster that's waiting to happen. Someone will get hurt with our setup that we have now. Someone is gonna get skin diseases when we're not able to shower in our locker room.
My name is Kirby Barron. I'm the interim superintendent here in Bowman.
What are your thoughts on our current facilities, our current wrestling facilities and locker rooms?
It's funny you should ask that. We've kind of been looking at that and thinking of different ways that we could, where the wrestlers could have a wrestling room of their own. And we've thought of a couple different things. Possibly, we looked at renting the basement of the town center, but that's really not big enough for the wrestling room. We're actually thinking about possibly building another structure for it. But when we do that, we want to make sure that we do everything right, so we have everything in place. Is there something else that we need to build along with it and stuff like that? We've looked at building on the end of the bus barn down there where there's locker rooms, so the locker rooms are already there. So there's several things that we've kind of been looking into, but there's no definite answer yet. And anytime you do something with construction, it takes time, so it wouldn't be tomorrow. So.
My name is Ronnie Stewart. I am a teacher, athletic director here at Bowman County High School. Yeah, new facility first is finding, do we actually have a facility that's available in the area? And we have, we've looked into this now for a couple of months, and we've looked at probably 3 pretty good options, and at this point, none of them were, one that we'd consider being a good option for us. And so the next step is got to look at the building fund and bring it up to the school board to see whether or not even building of a new facility or adding on would be an expense that they'd be willing to I guess, give out.
Oh, coming up with a plan, and then, I don't know, there's been lots of plans talked about over the years. My personal opinion would be, I would like to see us do something attached to the brick bus barn, because that already has locker rooms that aren't being used during wrestling season, so it would be, we could utilize those locker rooms for football in the fall, and then they would kind of be wrestling locker rooms in the winter. And we have 2 locker rooms there, so as this year we have a pro wrestler, so if that's 2, so as that expands, we already have that kind of built in. And then I'd like to do some other things academically wise that I think they could tie into that building too. So.
And then we just have a place we can call home and keep all our stuff. And like Henry has all the names of like wrestlers that went to state, what place they took, accomplishments, and stuff like that. And we can hang posters around the room and have our own weightlifting equipment, so that we don't have to go up there and then have to work around 0 hour and stuff. And so
state placers, accomplishments people have made in the past, and they would be able to train anytime they want because the mats would be laid out.